Today's lesson is going to talk about all about your computer's operating system and file system. We'll start by types of operating systems. Operating systems usually come preloaded on any computer you buy. We mean by this, when you buy a computer, you will have an operating system that is already installed on your computer. As we said, without the operating system, you can't use the computer. Most people use the operating system that comes with their computer, but it's possible to upgrade or even change operating systems. We mean by that the operating system that is found on our computer can be updated, or we can just simply change the operating system that has been found on our computer when we buy it. There are three most common operating systems for personal computers, which are Microsoft Windows, the Macintosh Linux, and Android. We know that the Android is an operating system that is installed on the phones. Modern operating systems use a graphical user interface. A GUI, which is the graphical user interface, lets you see your mouse to click icons, buttons, and menus and everything that is clearly displayed on the screen using a combination of graphics and text. This means the graphical user interface is which we can see on the computer, which contains colors and icons and folders and files. All these together are called the graphical user interface, and we can access them just by clicking on the mouse on what we need to open. Now we will continue to talk about the Windows. This is called a desktop. Once your computer has finished starting up, the first thing you'll see is the desktop. So everything here is called a desktop. You can think of the desktop as the main workspace for your computer. From here, you can view and manage your files, open applications, access the internet, and much more. So on the desktop, we can open files, folders, open Internet Explorer, you can delete files, you can see the clock. Now we will label these are the main parts that are found on the desktop. First, we will start by the blue one. This blue one is called the desktop background. You can change it and put a picture any picture you want, and any color you want. So this can be changed. Then we will continue. We have the date and time on the right side here. And also we have the start button. But what is called this one black that contains the date and time, and it may contains the volume and may contains the Wi-Fi and the start buttons? It's called a taskbar. So this black one is called a taskbar that contains the date and time, the start button, and we said the volume, the Wi-Fi, everything that is found here, it's found on the taskbar. We also have the shortcuts on the taskbar that it may contain the Internet Explorers, files, folders, and everything we can put as a shortcut here. We also have the items found on the desktop, and we have the recycle bin. It contains everything that we delete. So these all are called together found on the desktop. Now we will talk about the recycle bin. When you delete a file, it's moved to the recycle bin. This allows you to cover the file if you change your mind. Suppose you delete a file, then you said, oh, I need it again. You can just go to the recycle bin and recover it. So now you will then go to the first place that it's found in and use it. While if you need to permanently delete the file, you will need to empty the recycle bin. We mean by this, If we need to empty our recycle bin and don't use these files again, we just select on them and make delete. And we cannot recover them. It means that we cannot use them again if we just permanently delete them. And now we're going to move to items on desktop. So what can you see on the desktop? How each item look like, colors, folders, or files. So these are shortcuts that are found on the desktop. You can keep folders, files, and shortcuts on the desktop so they'll be easily accessible. So it's easily to open them, just not by going inside my computer, my documents, or downloads and search for the file. You can just put a copy of it. This is called the shortcut, and put it on the desktop. So the desktop is the main workspace of your computer. From here you can access files, folders, and more. You can also customize the desktop by choosing a desktop background image, also known as a wallpaper. Now, if we need to open folders, we just double-click on a folder. It will open in a program called File Explorer. This also allows you to navigate to the specific folder or file you want. We mean by this, you can just double-click on your mouse if you need to open a file or a folder. Now we will continue to date and time. Date and time settings on the right side of the taskbar. So we said that this is called the taskbar. We can see the date and time, and then also we can see the shortcuts like the internet settings, the sound volume, and the Wi-Fi settings, as we said. The taskbar contains shortcuts to applications, the date and time, and more. When you open a program or a file, it will appear on the taskbar. You can easily switch between different programs by selecting them on the taskbar. So you can open any program you want just by clicking it when it's found on the taskbar or on the desktop page. The shortcuts on the taskbar. Some programs will have shortcuts like we said. The shortcut, it meant like a copy of a program, and you put it on the taskbar for easy access. We have also the Start button. In most versions of Windows, you'll click on the Start button to open the Start menu that is found on the left side on the taskbar. Now we will know about what is adjusting your computer settings. When you start using a new computer, you may want to begin by adjusting the computer settings. We mean by that, adjusting your settings can range from simple tasks such as changing your desktop backgrounds to more advanced tasks like adjusting your security when you put a security code on your computer, or keyboard settings like when changing from English language to Arabic language. In Windows 10, we just click the Start button, then select the settings and change whatever we want. At last, we have the shutting your computer down. When you're done using your computer, it's important to shut it down properly. To shut down Windows, click the Start button on the left side on the taskbar, then select the Shutdown from the menu. Now we'll continue to folders. No matter which operating system you use, your computer uses folders to organize all of the different files and applications it contains. Folder icons on your computer are designed to look like full folders of documents or pictures. But it's not like this. When you make a new folder, it will be empty, but when you put files on the folder, it will be full. How to create a new folder? You open your document or just keep on the desktop. Press right-click on your mouse, select New, then select Folder. You change the name of the folder, you put everything you want, then click Enter on the keyboard. Now you will have a folder. To open files and applications, each application on your computer has a group of files, of file types or formats it's able to open. When you double click a file, your computer will automatically use the correct application to open it. So when you need to open a file, folder, application, anything you want, or a program, you just double click on your mouse and it will be opened. This is the end of the lesson. I hope you enjoyed it.